What's up, everybody? How are you? Good to have you here on If You Don't Like That. We are with you after a quick 1 hour break. Happy that you are able to join me right here on If You Don't Like That. No Patrick Surtain. Riley Moss leads the league in pass interceptions. I think Geno Smith may have success throwing it on Thursday night. Not based on what I've seen this year. Not what I've seen based on this year. John Morant, can I finish that sentence for you? Is a moron. John Morant is a moron, malcontent, unprofessional. You don't want him on your team. Trust me, you don't want him on your team. NBA scores. The Hawks lead the Magic 87-73, 3 minutes left to go in the third. Sixers leading the Bulls, 8 minutes left in the fourth, 105-98. You've got the Hornets on top of the Pelicans, 8.5 left in the fourth, 103-95. The Raptors beat the Bucks 128-100. Suns Warriors in just a couple of moments. Thunder Clippers, again, coming up. Scott Perry, if you're listening, please, no John Morant. I doubt Scott Perry is listening, but I'm with you 100%. All right? You know what? The Seahawks need help at receiver right now, so I'm fine with that. All right? Fine with that. What's going on? What do you want to talk about today? Hit me up. What's up with you? What's shaking? Everything good? Yeah, busy day, in the studio, doing the show. Here we are, rolling along with the If You Don't Like That on YouTube, X, tomorrow, post-game show, right after the Kings play the Warriors, Fox Sports Sacramento, 3-6. Yes, busy Tuesday in the NFL and the NBA. Thoughts on Precious? Why is he available? How come he's not on anybody's roster? Was it a good trade for Dallas? Quinnen Williams is a very good player. They gave up a lot. Very good player. I like what the Jets did. I think they had a great day. Like the Jets. Like it a lot. They're not going anywhere. Let's rebuild. Let's go for the future. So I like it. Sixers are really out of the gate. They are. The game's not over yet. They had a huge lead on Chicago, and the Bulls, to their credit, have come back. What's the score of that game now? 105-98 with, let's see how much time's left. 8 minutes left. So that game's got a long way to go. Well, thank you very much. Said my dad's been turning into your radio show. We're both happy you're back. Thank you. Tell your dad I appreciate him as well. I think the Niners realize that with all the injuries, there's not a trade that's going to really make a big difference. And it probably wasn't there. It probably didn't make sense. That's the only thing I can think of. I mean, I don't know what else to say on that. I really don't. Cam Little's 68-yard field goal. Well, it's never been done before in the history of the NFL, so it's pretty darn good. That's my thoughts. Big time. Absolutely big time. Big time. What's going on? What do you like? More NBA tonight? More NFL trades? What direction do you want to go in? Glad that you're with me here on If You Don't Like That. Are the Kings secretly tanking Monk is available tomorrow and Sabonis Levine? No. Malik Monk had a extremely, you'll find out, it will be known. He had a really, 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 really good reason for leaving the team because of personal reasons. I can't tell you what it is, but you'll find out soon enough. All right? Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Glad to be back in SAC. Who would take Zion Williamson? I wouldn't take him. Guy can't stay on the floor. I wouldn't take him. I just wouldn't. Said, I am not the hero we deserve, but the hero we needed. I am not a hero. Don't go there, please. Please. The Grant with the stance. You know me, I'm always going to be opinionated. I'm always going to tell you how I feel. That's the way I roll. That's the way we roll here. It's the way I roll from 3 to 6 on Fox Sports Sacramento. Good that you're with me. Thank you. Appreciate that. How many of you on the stream right now listen to my show in the afternoons? Give me a yay or a nay. Thoughts on the Cardinals coach telling reporters that Jacoby Brissett will remain the Cardinals starting quarterback in Week 10. You can't take him out of the lineup now. And here's the Kyler Murray, as Sean Salisbury said on my radio show today, I mean, he's not consistent enough. Listen, I think they may have given up a little too soon on Isaac Jones. Why is Precious Achiuwa available, and how come nobody on the in the NBA had him? How come the Miami Heat? How come he couldn't make their team? Like, you have to ask yourself all of those questions. You know, yay. Hey, Cody, how are you? Yay. I tried, Grant. Thank you very much. Yes, thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, thank you. Appreciate all the support. It's horrendous to imagine Morant, Westbrook, and Schroeder all playing together at the same time. Would never happen. It would never happen. I listened to the Fox show on Apple Podcasts. Thank you for uploading. Thank you for listening. Grant, if Mac Jones beats the Rams, do you think the 49ers let him play the rest of the season? No, I don't. That's a huge game coming up. It's a make or break game for the Niners this year. I really believe that. But no, they made it very clear Brock Purdy's the quarterback, and when he can play, he's going to play. But it's a good situation to have, knowing that, you know, if Purdy gets hurt, you got a guy that can win. You got a guy that can win. So, no, I don't think so. Good question, though. Very good question. All right, let's get to some phone calls right here on If You Don't Like That. Casio, how are you today, sir?
Hey, yo, Grant.
Yo, Casio.
Because of your knowledge and experience, what are the odds that the Kings actually get Morant? Because I have no idea.
I would say less than 10%.
Okay, that's good to know. And what do you think about Precious Achiuwa? Because I think we definitely need size up there. And what you said last night, you and Ryan were worried about his antics or something. There's something.
No. I don't know anything about Precious Achiuwa. It has nothing to do with his antics. I don't know anything about him. I only have watched him play a little bit. I mean, he's experienced. He started 72 games in his career. But I always go back to this. Like, every team would love to have a defender that's a big that can play multiple positions. How come he's not on anybody's roster? Are there 29 other general managers that are stupid, or do they know something that we don't?
Isn't he like as far as offensively, he doesn't really do much.
No, he's very limited.
He's more like a rim runner, right?
Yeah, he's very limited offensively.
Okay, gotcha. Thanks for the insight.
Take care, buddy. Appreciate it. I mean, you know, he's just a guy, all right? Thank you so much for your Kings news. Move to Idaho and don't get much news except for you. Thank you. I appreciate that. You know, Precious always seems to sign one-year deals. I believe this is the third in a row. No way we're getting Ja. We have DeRozan and Schroeder. Well, you can always make trades. I wouldn't want Ja. I wouldn't want him if he were free and it didn't cost me any money. I wouldn't want him. Shanahan said today that Purdy's toe won't heal this season. Yeah, but that doesn't mean he can't play. You know? I don't know if he's another Jay Crowder. I mean, he's a lot younger than Jay Crowder. I don't know if that's fair to put him in that category. I'm going to wait. I don't know. You know? Oh, stop it with this mentoring, would you please? Russ mentors Morant. Vivek oversees the whole process, and it all leads to success. Hi. It's great to be on your show. I'm delusional. Thank you, Derek. Come on. I do know the reason of Malik Monk being out. Yes, I do. And I'm not allowed to tell you why, because it's not my business. And yes, I know exactly why he's out. And it's a very, very valid reason. You know, the problem with the Pelicans is not their coach. It's their general manager and their roster. All right, here's a good one. I keep going back to what you said about Scott Perry initially. This is his last job. So he keeps signing like Westbrook and now Precious and seeing if he strikes gold. Probably. Could be. Need to listen after dinner. Listen whenever you can. All right? Monk is out because of his newborn baby. Again, I am not at liberty to tell you why until it becomes public. Precious looks like the NBA-ready version of Isaac Jones. That's a very good point. Very good point, Daniel. That could be spot on. That could be spot on. You might be right. It's a very good way of saying it. It's a good one. I like that. Look like that. All right, what else? Keep the questions coming. I'm not going to go that long today. Maybe 30 minutes. Get in and out. See what you wanted to talk about. Get some of your thoughts on the NFL movement today, the NBA, the Kings, and everything else. All right. Let's see what the score is now. The Sixers now lead 110-104 with 4:25 left. I bet Perry will go after Morant. Well, if he does, he's a phony. If he goes after Morant, he's a phony. Because the 6 principles that he's laid out as the foundation of this organization can be torn up and thrown in the garbage. So if he goes after John Morant, then he's a phony. That means everything he's been telling you is nothing but BS, and it's just window dressing, and it's a bunch of crap. So if he goes after John Morant, then he's a phony. Okay? He's full of it. He's not to offend you if you're a used car salesman, but it's a saying, it's an analogy. He's a used car salesman if he goes after John Morant. Remember the last time the 49ers played the Rams? What do you think happens this time? I do remember. Listen, I'm never going to bet against the 49ers because they're so well coached, but with all the guys that they don't have on the field that they had in that game, I don't know how they beat the Rams. I really don't. Do I see the Kings going 500 this season? No. I think they're going to be lucky to win 35 games. It's so frustrating to see Carter play well and Christie stops playing him for defense. I agree with you. I don't understand it. Grant Scott is a salesman. I hate him, but there's no way he's not BSing at least a little bit. Maybe. Am I surprised the Bills didn't go after a number 1 receiver before the deadline? Maybe they did, and they couldn't pull it off, or it was too expensive. Maybe they did. I thought that might be something that happens, yes. But you don't know what they tried to do and what they didn't do. I mean, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Good question. A lot of injuries this year. I don't know. That's a great question. I hope you're wrong, Grant. Wrong about what? About the 49ers? Again, I mean, I'm just looking at the rosters, and I'm looking at the Rams. They have to win this game. The Rams already lost 1 game. They're in a lot of trouble if they lose this game. So if I'm going to look at this objectively, and I'm looking at the 49ers injuries, but I like the way they played against the Giants. They played very well. They played very well. Yeah, I did see the Broncos were trying to get Jalen Waddle. I saw that rumor, but Miami's price was too high. I did see that. I did read reports of that. Again, you got to be careful about not giving away too much. I had Sean Salisbury on. He thinks the Colts gave up too much to get Sauce Gardner. They're trying to win today. Any thoughts on the Dodgers? Will they three-peat with Yamamoto looking invincible? They have 2 aliens now with Ohtani and Yamamoto. They got the best roster in baseball, so they should. They should. Would I take John, Brandon Clark for Levine and Carter? I know you don't like John, but let's say it's cheap offer like that. Or how about Monk and Filters? Let me repeat myself, NBA guru. I wouldn't take John Morant for free, okay, if he was in my car and said, I would love to play for Sacramento and I will play for free. I still wouldn't take him. Okay? I disagree. I don't think that Russell Westbrook's a great pickup at all. It makes no sense to me. I totally disagree with you. I'm not saying that he can't play. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it doesn't make any sense. He's not going to help you win. He doesn't make your team better. And he is stunting the growth of your younger players like Keon Ellis and Devin Carter. So I totally disagree with you. Would I say that who's more clueless as far as running the Kings, Vivek or Pete D'Alessandro, who is a horrible GM? That's a fabulous question. I would say it's a tie. Yeah, the Giants, I thought they would move some of the Kayvon Thibodeaux of the world and a player like that, but I was a little surprised. I thought they had some players that would be coveted. So, a little bit. Grant, you were spurred on. John Morant has the talent, but will destroy the morale. It's just a bad guy. You don't want him in your locker room. You just don't. Again, I wouldn't take him for free. I wouldn't take DeMarcus Cousins for free. And I told you that. And I proved to be right on that. Remember how well Ron Artest worked for the Kings? Sacramento is known for being serial killer central. Maybe the city is set up to care for Morant. I don't think so. Well, the Dodgers just have a 26. I don't even know what that means. Salary each year, back-to-back load their contract. I don't even know what that says. You have to speak English to me. Thank you for that, though. You like the Seahawks getting Saints receiver Rashid for a fourth and fifth round pick? I do, yes. Yes, I do. Do I blame Vivek as the main reason for the Kings' failures? Yes, I do. I think most people do. Very much so. Big fan of you, Grant, but happy to see the 49ers whoop on your Giants. Respect to you. I was happy, too, because I want the Giants to lose the rest of their games and get a very good draft pick. So I know the Giants have a franchise quarterback in Jackson Dart. I want to get your opinion after watching the game. Were you impressed with Jackson Dart, who's in his first season? And do you think the Giants have a franchise quarterback? Because I do. But that's my opinion. You're a Niners fan. You probably don't watch the Giants play as much as I do. What do you think? I'd love to know your take on that. So in your case, you wouldn't take Owens on your team also, right? Terrell Owens? No, I would not. No, he's a quarterback killer. Russ can contribute to winning with the right fit for a team. I'm not sure this is the team, though. It's not the team. Makes no sense. And again, he might help the Kings win a game or two or three. He's very talented. He's a good player. He plays hard. Defensively, he's not very good. And I'd rather see Keon Ellis and Devin Carter on the floor. Tyrone Tracy got hurt about week 3. Then Scatterboot took over, but he's back now. He's back now. I've watched many baseball players in my time. How good and how special is Ohtani? He's almost in a class by himself, to be honest with you. I mean, yeah. On a positive note, I think if the Kings season falls apart, we can go for Cam Boozer in the lottery. That kid is real for sure. Yeah? No, Russ has not been playing great. He's been playing well. He hasn't been playing great. That's not fair. There's two sides of the floor, you know. Ed. Hola. How are you, Ed? Dart runs too much. He's going to get hurt, but he's a star. I would agree with you. He needs to be more careful. All right? Honestly, Grant, not lying. I never lie. Thanks for reading my comment. Dennis or Russell? I think Dennis is the same type of a vet as Russell, but I think he's outperforming Dennis this year so far. I would agree with you. I do agree with you on that. I've been very disappointed with Dennis Schroeder for the most part, to be honest with you. Fair comment. Very fair comment. I have played UHD. I played it before it was open with Brad Bell, the architect of the golf course. He took me out before the course opened. And when I first went out there with Brad Bell, who's a tremendous, tremendous golf architect, I was blown away. Great course. Great course. Phenomenal course. Schroeder should come off the bench. Westbrook should start. Makes your defense worse. You know? Would I agree that Ohtani's played average in both World Series? Hello, did you watch what he did in Game 3? You call that average? Did you watch him in Game 2? Average? I don't think so. If the Kings get a top 3 pick, I'll take you to dinner at Bennett's. Deal. I'm in. All right? I'm in. We can do that. We can do that. It's a deal. I'm in. Again, let me educate you on players that are head cases and are problems. You got to be very careful about putting them in your locker room. You have to be very careful about thinking that they're going to change. My experience is players don't change. They are who they are. They are who they are. Would I say the Phoenix Suns are a terribly run organization? I can't say. I'm not part of the organization. I don't have the inner workings of that organization, so I can't say. I can't say. Right now, they're really hurt with injuries. No Jalen Green, no Dylan Brooks. You lose players like that, you're in trouble. I don't know enough about the Suns to tell you they were a terribly run organization. I can tell you it was not a good first year, or was it the second year for their new owner? That I can tell you. That I can flat out tell you with 100-degree certainty. All right, 100%. There's not a good beginning. Was it his second year last year or his first year? I can't even remember. All right. It's not unusual for a rookie to get fouls and cheap fouls. So he'll get better on that. And it will happen with experience. It will happen with experience. Again, the Warriors getting ready to start their game and already have started their game. Really great game going on in Chicago. It's now 111 to 110. The 76ers in this game scored in the first quarter, all right, 45 points. Then in the second quarter, 30 points, only 20 points in the third quarter. And here in the fourth quarter so far, they're being outscored 26 to 16. How about that? Do I think Doug is in over his head based on his lineup choices and continually starting down almost 15 points with the no defense lineup? It's obvious it's not working everyone but him. I said from day one he was over his head. It's very obvious to me he's in over his head. I mean, I don't know what else I can say. I really don't. What else can I say? He wouldn't have been interviewed for any team in the NBA had he been let go after the loss to the Dallas Mavericks in the play-in. If they had said, we're not retaining you, do you think that anybody, seriously, do you think anybody in the NBA would have given Doug Christie an interview? I mean, you have to ask yourself that question. And the answer to that is a definitive no. Now, does that mean he's going to fail? No, it doesn't mean that. But I think he is in over his head. I've been very open about that. Very open about that. I brought up a lot about Warriors being tired for tomorrow. Just curious, wouldn't they fly to San Francisco tonight after the game and sleep in their beds and just drive to the game tomorrow? They are in Golden State tonight. They're not in Phoenix. I had gotten that wrong yesterday, and I apologized on the air for that. They are in San Francisco tonight, and they've been on the West Coast for 2 full days now, so they're good to go. They'll probably bus to Sacramento right after the game. Do the Sixers really need Embiid? Yeah, they do if he's able to play. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I think Jordi Fernandez does survive because I think the organization is on board with the rebuild and what's going on. All right? So, yeah, I do. I do. How do I feel about the Kings waiving Isaac Jones? I'm not crazy about it, but I've also been a big believer. You don't win and lose with your 10th, 11th, 12th, and 13th players, so to speak. You win with your top 8 to 9 players. And that's just the way it goes. So players like Isaac Jones are expendable. Precious Achiuwa, expendable. I mean, there's a reason why they're available. I mean, Precious Achiuwa has started, 72 games in his career? Why is it that no team in the NBA wanted him? I mean, why? Ask yourself that question. Why? All right, let me update you on some scores. 14 seconds left. Philadelphia leading Chicago 111 to 110. It's a heck of a game going on in the Windy City. Heck of a game. Let me see if I can watch the end of that game here while I talk to you. Heck of a game. I think Doug Christie with the vets on the team adds so much to the Kings roster. What does it add to the roster? I'm missing that. What does it add? Help me out there. What does it add to the roster? Seriously, what does it add? What does it add? All right, the Bulls will have the ball inbounding in the front court, 111 to 110. Josh Giddey is going to inbound the ball with 14 seconds left. Again, Bulls down a point with the score 111 to 110. Two teams at 5 up and 1 down. A drive to the basket, a kick out, corner 3 in the air, swish. 3.2, Bulls lead 113 to 111. They're on their feet in Chicago. Oh, we have got a dandy here in the Windy City. Oh, boy. First lead of the game for the Chicago Bulls. 113 to 111. Happy for Kevin Huerter. I think he found good niche in Chicago and glad he is out of the league, or glad he is not out of the league. I would agree with you. Trying to see who made this shot. Great drive. Great drive. And the kick out for a corner 3, a baseline pass in the air for a corner 3. Giddey making the pass, I believe, cross court. And the jumper gives the Bulls a 2-point lead. 2-point lead. Oh, it was Vucevic, the big fella from downtown in the corner. 3 seconds left as the Bulls look to go to 6 up and 1 down on the play. Love the play-by-play. Missed that, Grant. Thank you. So, 113 and 111, 3.2 seconds left. Both teams walking out onto the floor in Chicago. I like the Chicago announcer last year who did the Sanford and Son references on the game-winning drive. I don't know. Let's see what the Sixers do here. 113, 111, 3.2 seconds left. Inbounding in the front court. You got to figure Tyrone Maxey is going to be the man, right? Inbound, straight on 3. No good. Tapped. Game over. Bulls win. Final 113, 111. The Bulls come from way down. Vucevic with the big shot. And the Bulls go to 6-1, and the Sixers fall to 5-2. And the teams meet at half court, shake hands, good sportsmanship. It's all over in Chicago. They overcame a 24-point deficit to beat the 76ers, who walk off the court dejected with towels over their heads. How about that? Giddey with the great pass, driving, baseline, left-hand pass into the corner for Vucevic. Man, listening to Grant play-by-play makes no sense. He isn't doing this anymore. Damn shame. Thank you. Appreciate the support. Appreciate the support. What a game, huh? Wow. What a game. What a comeback. What a comeback. The 6-1 Chicago Bulls. See what's going on in that Warriors game. 23-17. Golden State with the early lead. Let me see what Steph Curry, 6 points. Post, 9 points. Butler, 2 points. Off the bench. They've contributed so far for 6 points. Think Buddy Hield's going to have a big game tomorrow? What do you think? Have I ever thought about doing a Peyton and Eli type commentary during Monday Night Football, but instead during a Kings game? Here's the problem with that. We're all watching on different devices, and I just wonder if we're going to be in sync. Like, I would it be like, am I 8 seconds ahead of you, or you? Like, I don't know how it would work. I can close my eyes and see every play-by-play you call. Way better than Mark Jones any day. Thank you. Appreciate that. Go watch the Hornets Pelicans. No way. Buddy is trash. Well, he's killed the Kings last year. I think Curry goes for 50 tomorrow. Yes, my radio station is in Sacramento. That's funny. You want me to go to what game? The I don't know how that happened. I got my audio back. I'm really, whoop, hang on. I must have hit my microphone. Hang on. Hang on. Darn it. Hang on. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Are we back? Are we back on the Grant Napier show? Oh, hang on. We lost my camera. Now you see you got me all screwed up. I got audio. I got no camera. I'm all screwed up. For crying out loud. You're killing me here. Now I lost my camera. Darn it. Technology sucks sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what we got here. Hang on. For crying out loud. Give me a freaking camera. You're killing me over here. Let me see if we can do this one more time. Audio's back. Camera's not back. All right. You know what? You don't want to watch my ugly face anyway. Radio is better. I agree with you. Let me give you some radio play-by-play. Forget about TV. All right? Forget about it. 28-17, the Warriors playing the Phoenix Suns. But they got a jump ball at center court. A jump ball at center court with the Warriors already up by 11, and the tip is controlled by the Golden State Warriors. On the move from right to left from where we're located here at the Chase Center or towards SFO. Now, we can have some fun, right? Yeah, if you don't like technical issues, you don't like live streams. Oh, boy. See, I got so excited. I hit the mic. Then I'm screwing around. Now the kick out the heel, the corner three. Good. Buddy Hield. And he's starting to heat up, and it's 31-17, the Golden State Warriors. Suns in trouble, playing without two key starters, and Jalen Green, who's been out all year, and Dylan Brooks out with a calf injury. Players in the NBA are going down like flies early on in the year. A driving layup is good by Booker, and it's now 31-19. We've got 40 seconds left here in quarter number one, dominated by the Warriors. And the Warriors get a alley-oop and a dunk again. They are scoring at will on the Phoenix Suns, 33-19 here in the first quarter. A 2-for-1 for the Phoenix Suns, but a foul called in the paint. And it's going to be on Buddy Hield, and that is his first personal, and free throws upcoming for the Phoenix Suns. Hey, listen, I like no camera. You know, I like no camera. It's good. Give me no camera. Maybe I ought to do that more often. The hell with the camera. We go radio here on if you don't like that. Actually, it was the first and the last 2 minutes. So the Suns will inbound, and on the alley-oop attempt, no good. Rebound Hield, backcourt to the front court. He holds, and now the Warriors will settle for a final shot, and the ball is in the hands of Jimmy Butler. Directs traffic with the right hand, standing on the logo at the right side of the floor. Now crouches, down to 11 seconds. Now we're under 10. Butler moves to the right, drives to the lane, to the baseline. Stop, fadeaway turnaround, no good, short, and the rebound taken by the Bulls, but the horn sounds, and we're through quarter number one, a quarter dominated by the home team, 33-19. I like it better with no camera. I like it better. It's great. I like it. All right. I hope I don't get in trouble by the NBA for announcing a live game. Does it seem like former Kings players do better outside of Sacramento? It does seem like that. It does seem like that. It does seem like that. I'm in sync now. Had to make a couple of tweaks. Good for you. But I'm not going to stay on long now without, I got some technical issues here. All right, so here's the deal. 3 o'clock tomorrow, Fox Sports Sacramento. All right? 3 o'clock tomorrow, Fox Sports Sacramento. And then we'll come on right after the game. All right? I'm back, baby. No face, just audio. I like it. I like it. No face, no ugly face. I'm 66, though. You got to cut me some slack. I'm due to have some wrinkles, a little sun damage. I got to go to my dermatologist next week, make sure that I'm all good. But, yeah, I'm back, and I'm going to be back tomorrow, 3 o'clock. Join me, will you? I got to get this equipment fixed out. Love you. Appreciate your support. A lot of fun. I'm wound up tonight. What's wrong with me, huh? Did I say the Bulls? That's what happens. I'm losing my freaking mind. You're right. I'm a little rusty. I'm a little rusty. You got to cut me some slack. I do have a League Pass. I do. I'm watching League Pass on my phone. All right. See you tomorrow, everybody. I got to roll. I got to get this straightened out. You take care. Love you all. Talk to you tomorrow at 3:00 and then right back here after the game. All right. We had some fun tonight, huh? Good stuff. Sorry, I'm so excited over the Bulls win that I called them in the game. I'm losing my freaking mind. That's part of the deal when you get old. All right. I'm losing my mind. You got to cut me some slack here. Plus, I've been working hard. I got to get prepared for the show in the afternoon. Then I get a little bite to eat. I got to freshen up. I got to slap myself in the face. I got to get back on an hour later. I got to do this show, which I love doing. So, you got to cut me some slack. Talk to you tomorrow, everybody. Bye-bye now.